work that I do is very long-term. You feel like you're pushing uphill. You're trying to plow a really, really dry field. And the kids and the people that you work with, they have a lot of struggles and challenges, and they're starting from very far behind. But the work that I've been doing is about 6-7 years going. One of the first kids that I started working with is now finishing university, and he wasn't supposed to graduate high school. And we've started to see kids who they were supposed to drop out in 6th or 7th grade, and they're actually continuing on and succeeding. And we're seeing the neighborhood is changing, where they actually have a stronger belief in education. And we're seeing parents and communities come together saying, hey, we want our kids to grow, we want our kids to develop. And that was something that before the parents didn't have a lot of hope for, and they didn't have a lot of understanding on what it could do for their family. One of the girls that started with us when she was in 2nd or 3rd grade, she just hated school. And you would talk to her and she hates school and she doesn't like learning and she doesn't get it and she just couldn't quite keep up. And she was with our program for maybe a year. She's still with us, but after about a year, her mom came over and was talking, and they were saying, we're so thankful for this. This is amazing, but they're saying she loves school. She asked us if she could come to your program every single day. And if you open up more days, we promise we'll be there, because she loves it. And we have seen the difference it makes in her life, and we want to make sure that she can keep going on this road. You see a kid that just hates school, he gets hit in the head by his teacher, and he comes to our program and he just lights up and he loves it. When you see kids that they get made fun of because they don't know how to read, and then a few years later they come back and they're saying, I passed my entrance exam, I get to keep going through school, and they're jumping up and down, and then they come back and say, you taught me how to read, we can do it. And so you get to see all these little tiny step-by-step pieces on this journey. Because it is a long journey with all these kids. It's going to take a long time, but every once in a while you start to see like, oh, I taught you this 4 years ago when you remember it. Oh, I taught you this before and it helped you today. And you can start to see the lives changed. When we started working with LDC, I was really in over my head, and we only had about 30 volunteers. But LDC gave us the capacity where I was able to manage more volunteers, and we were able to bring in more leaders that were developed, so that way they could help me lead in all these different areas that I was under-equipped or understaffed. And now we have more than doubled those numbers. And so we've got over 60 teachers every season, and we have 3 seasons a year. Some of my leaders are still in high school, and they started teaching here when they were in 9th, 10th grade, and they're now in university. And some of our volunteers are a little bit older. They're in the professional world already. Some of them started when they're in university. But the cool thing is you'll start to see a few of them that stick around, that they really get it, whether they're a natural teacher or whether they're just really good with kids or whether they just really love the Lord and want to give something back. You see a few people that just come in and dedicate so much extra time and effort. And so I'm able to turn around and say, hey, I want to train you in this. Hey, can you help me with this? And they will start to be raised up as leaders. It's no longer me working with a handful of volunteers. It's me working with a handful of leaders that have their own teams that they're using to run to develop this community and help change the lives of these kids. And that changed everything about our organization. The kids love our program. When we first started it, it was kind of upside down and we were trying to figure everything out. But now the kids know exactly what they're doing and they know exactly what they should be doing. And so we've been even able to take like the lead framework and say, hey, we know you don't like school, we know you don't like studying, but we're gonna set up a framework that's gonna reward your effort and your attempts to grow in your education. And we're not expecting you to be perfect, and we're gonna make sure it's fun, but we're gonna expect you to come and try to achieve the outcomes of the lesson. Our kids not only love to come, they love to recruit their friends to come. And so we're constantly having to increase our enrollment numbers, train more volunteers, and expand our capacity. We're so much so that a few months ago, we had to completely move locations because we'd outgrown and hit the maximum number.